Okay, so like you're about to head off to college? That's huge. But also low-key terrifying, right? Don't stress, I've been there. So in this video, I'm gonna break it all down into 5 super manageable steps. We're gonna figure this out. Before you even about specific jobs, we gotta start with, you. What are you into? What are you actually at? Think about your hobbies, the stuff you're naturally drawn to. Maybe you're a total bookworm, or maybe you spend hours building Lego masterpieces. These can actually tell you a lot about your strengths and interests. Don't be afraid to get deep, okay? Think about your values too. What's important to you in a job? Do you crave creativity, structure? Do you want to make a ton of money? Help people? Being honest with yourself about these things is. And don't worry, there are tons of online quizzes and tools that can help you figure this stuff out. Seriously, just Google career aptitude test or something. There are so many. Some are kind of cheesy, but honestly, some are super helpful. They can give you a starting point, you know? The main thing here is to be open to learning about yourself. Like, you might be surprised by what you discover. Maybe you always thought you were a super social butterfly, but it turns out you're actually more of an introvert who thrives in quiet, focused environments. That's totally cool. The more you know yourself, the better equipped you'll be to find a career that actually... Alright, so now you have a better sense of yourself, your interests, and what you value in a career. Time for the next step, research. I know research sounds super boring, but trust me, it doesn't have to be. Think of it like online shopping, but for your future. Start by looking into the careers that seem interesting based on your self-assessment. There are tons of websites out there with detailed job descriptions, required skills, salary expectations, and even like day in the life videos. Some of my favorites are the Bureau of Labor Statistics website. Sounds boring, but it's actually super informative. And LinkedIn. As you're researching, pay attention to the things that stand out to you, both good and bad. Maybe you're super into the idea of being a graphic designer, but then you realize it requires a ton of coding, and coding isn't really your thing. That's valuable information. Don't be afraid to go down rabbit holes. One minute you might be researching marine biology, and the next you're reading about sustainable aquaculture. You never know what you'll find. The more you explore, the more informed your decision will be. So you've done your research and have a few potential career paths in mind. Awesome. But how do you know if you'll actually enjoy doing those things day in and day out? That's where real-world experience comes in. Internships, part-time jobs, volunteering. These are your secret weapons. Think of them as like test driving a car before you buy it. You can read all the reviews you want, but nothing beats actually getting behind the wheel. Reach out to companies or organizations that align with your interests and see if they have any internship opportunities. Even if it's just for a few weeks during the summer, it's worth it. And don't underestimate the power of part-time jobs. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Networking? Ugh, that sounds so awkward and intimidating. But hear me out. It doesn't have to be a stuffy corporate thing. Networking is basically just talking to people who are doing what you want to do, or who know something you don't. Think of it like getting insider tips from your cool older sibling. Reach out to career counselors at your school, professors, alumni, or even people you admire on LinkedIn. Ask them about their career paths, what they love about their jobs, what they wish they'd known when they were starting out. And don't be afraid to attend career fairs and industry events. Remember, networking is a two-way street. Be genuinely interested in what other people have to say, ask thoughtful questions, and offer something of value in return, even if it's just your enthusiasm and willingness to learn. You've done the self-assessment, researched your options, gained some real-world experience, and talked to people in the field. Now it's time to put it all together and make a plan. But here's the thing, life rarely goes exactly according to plan. So while it's great to set goals, don't be afraid to adjust course along the way. Think of your career path as like a road trip with friends. You have a general idea of where you want to go, but you're open to spontaneous detours and unexpected adventures. The key is to stay curious, open-minded, and willing to learn new things. And remember, your career is a journey, not a destination. Figuring out your career can seem daunting, but honestly, you've totally got this. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. You're gonna do amazing things.